WWE reveals full bracket for King of the Ring tournament. On Raw Talk, the full bracket for this year's tournament was revealed. The SmackDown side of the bracket will have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight versus Santos Escobar, and Bobby Lashley versus Tama Tonga. First round matches in the tournament begin on Raw. Gunther defeated Sheamus, Dragunov defeated Ricochet, and Jey Uso defeated Finn Balor. A match between Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio will take place this weekend at a WWE house show, where the winner will face Gunther next week's Raw. Io Sky defeated Natalya, Lara Valkyria defeated Dakota Kai, and Zoe Stark defeated Ivy Now on Raw. In the first matches of the Queen of the Ring tournament, Sky will face the winner of the match between Shayna Baszler and Selena Vega that will take place at this weekend's WWE house shows. The finals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments will be held in Saudi Arabia on May the 25th. Here is a look at the bracket so far. Asuka pulled from the WWE Queen of the Ring tournament due to injury. Dakota Kai replaced Asuka in the tournament. Asuka has been pulled from the Queen of the Ring tournament due to injury, WWE announced. WWE's Queen of the Ring tournament kicked off on Monday Night's Raw with the Asuka vs. Lara Valkyria first match announced. Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Io Sky of Damage Control then announced in a promo segment on Monday that Asuka was injured and that Kai would take her place in the Valkyria match. Asuka worked WWE's European tour last week, including Saturday's Backlash event in France, where she and Sane dropped the women's tag team titles to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, but has been banged up in recent months, including missing time in March due to a knee injury. WWE did not comment on the nature of Asuka's current injury. Substituting for Asuka, Kai lost in the first round match to Valkyria on Monday Night's Raw, which featured 3 first-round matches from both the King of and Queen of the tournaments. As we know, the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament is on May 25th. Some of those matches have happened for the brackets, but now there is 2 title matches now official for the King and Queen of the Ring later this month. Becky Lynch will defend the Women's World title against Liv Morgan in Saudi Arabia on the 25th. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn will defend the Intercontinental title against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable in a triple threat match. Zayn interfered in a match on Raw between Reed and Gable, laying out both men, seeking revenge after being targeted in recent weeks. In an interview backstage, Zayn agreed to a 3-way match. Liv Morgan confronted Lynch on Monday, asking would she get the title match Lynch had promised last week after Morgan defeated Nia Jax. Lynch said she'll get in the ring with her in Saudi Arabia, while pointing out Morgan had never beaten her. In response, Morgan said that this time she had purpose and she knew she could beat Lynch. Here is an update card of the King and Queen of the Ring. We have women's title match between Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, triple threat match for the IC title for Sami Zayn against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. We have the King of the Ring finals and the Queen of the Ring finals as well. Shawn Michaels invites Drake and Kendrick Lamar to the NXT, though it is unlikely to be accepted. Shawn Michaels is offering Kendrick Lamar and Drake to place settle their feud. Lamar and Drake, who are 2 of the biggest superstars in music, have been engaged in a brutal rap war, where Drake kind of started this. I'm going to kind of dive off of the news voice for a second and hit color commentary. So this is more up my alley when it comes to commentary. So there's a backstory on this. It started from Metro Boomin song with Kendrick Lamar jumped on the Metro Boomin song and just was going crazy on, and then with metaphors on Drake. Drake responded, and then Rick Ross, and then other bunch of rappers got into it. And at one point, had to be about 5 to 7 rappers who really were going at Drake, and it's been a little bit back and forth to the point where it's kind of wearing thin now, because they're not letting the diss tracks settle. So, which means that normally when a rapper drops a diss track, they let it marinate for a couple of days or to a couple of weeks. They don't just drop it back to back to back to back to back. So it's too much content right now that's being flooded, and right now it's kind of saturating the feud between the two. And recently Kendrick Lamar dropped the track, and it kind of ended the whole beef with Drake, even though Drake did drop a track yesterday. So Ric Flair was asked to leave the restaurant following an incident with the kitchen manager. Flair says he took the issue with how long the employee was taking in the bathroom. What the fuck? Alright, let's read the news. What the fuck? Alright, Ric Flair is not happy with how his recent trip to a Stonefire pizza restaurant went. Oh, I heard they have really good pizza, I'm not gonna lie. Flair posted to social media over the weekend that he was asked to leave a Pizzanos location in Gainesville, Florida, after taking issue with the kitchen manager taking it too long in the bathroom. Flair wrote, "I spent $1,500 at Firestone Fired Pizza. I'm probably saying it wrong, but to be disrespected more than ever I have in my entire life. After taking 20 pictures with customers and staff, I was asked to leave because I had an issue with the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom. I would highly recommend that anyone who wants to enjoy a relaxing time at Gainesville at a nice restaurant, never to visit this place." Woo! This, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy that he's even doing this. So Pizzanos co-owner Jerry Roberts spoke to the Gainesville Sun, and he said he's proud of how the restaurant staff responded to the incident. However, he declined to mention that it was specifically led to Flair being asked to leave. "We have reviewed the video and the incident that took place recently in our restaurant. It is clear that our team worked in a professional manner to ensure the safety of the guests and staff. We have thanked our team for their professionalism. We are proud of how they responded to the situation and using and displaying our team values," Roberts said. Flair posted a photo from the restaurant on Saturday captured with "In Gainesville at graduation, the family that continues to grow. Congratulations, Paris and Summer." Woo! Earlier today, clips from Flair's recent appearance on the Jackson podcast made headlines as he revealed doctors have told him he had a heart attack at some point within the last 2 years. Flair believes it suffered through the last match of 2022. Today is also the anniversary of Flair dropping the NWA World Heavyweight Championship to Kerry Von Erich at Texas Stadium. 40 years ago was the Kerry Von Erich NWA title win over Ric Flair at Texas Stadium. This was a combination of an 18-year-old chase between Fritz Von Erich failing to beat Knitsky, Dory Funk Jr., Race, and Terry Funk. One of my favorite wrestling memories live. That day was brutally hot. Our own Dave Meltzer wrote on Twitter X. Kevin Owens has 9 months left on his contract. In a recent interview with Metro UK, Owens signed a 3-year deal with the WWE in late 2021 and has been with the company since 2014. He told Metro that he's not sure what comes next once his deal is up in 9 months. Owens said, "I really don't take anything for granted. I have 9 months left on my contract and I don't know what can happen here on out." Our own Dave Meltzer, Dave Meltzer reported that Owens' current deal is in the $2 or $3 million range. Owens continued, "This has been my home for 10 years, and it's beyond the locker room. There are some very, very, very special people that work behind the scenes that I come very close with, and I really can't imagine not seeing them as part of my life. It is good to have somebody to bounce around, someone to trust. When I got here, I got really close with Finn Balor right away. I could tell that it's going to be a guy that I can trust, and now he's like a brother to me. We might not be together all the time, but me and Sammy are different brands, so we don't see each other as much. We've always in contact when it comes to getting along. We have a sounding board. I'm very lucky to be living where I'm living and how I'm living. It's easy to forget when it's something you do a lot and you're so busy, and it constantly becomes a usual everyday thing, and you forget how special it is." Now, he offered the same similar thoughts in the 2023 interview with Toronto Sun, but I will say this. It's smart for him to keep his options open, because that way you can leverage your contract to get more money or get the same money you had before. We all know with AEW giving Will Ospreay and Mercedes Moné top dollar, Tony Khan wouldn't be opposed to giving the same type of money to Kevin Owens. Also, there are friends over there of Owens, which are the Young Bucks, and they're really, really good friends, and they go back to the ROH days.